Hi everyone. So we're here today to talk about APA formatting for your academic papers and essays. Mm, Recently I had to write an academic paper myself and I realized the APA part of it is actually kind of difficult. Basically what I found most difficult is trying to figure out what kind of source I was using. Um, Books are easy, right? So here's a book that I used, Teaching for Quality Learning at University, fourth edition, published by the Open University Press. That's McGraw-Hill Education. And the authors are John Biggs and Catherine Tang. As I say, books are easy. What's more difficult, I think, is figuring out the internet sources that you're using. Are they online journals? Is it a website? Is it maybe an online PDF? And what if you have an author's name, or what if there's no author? What if you have multiple authors? How do you deal with all these different kinds of sources, especially the ones you find online? Well, we recently discovered a really useful tool, and I'll share it with you on Brightspace, but I'll also show you how to use the tool so that you can make sure that your APA formatting in text, but also then in the reference list, bibliography, is correct. Come with me, won't you, on the APA formatting journey? Okay, so here we are. This is the tool I mentioned. It's the it's a PDF that we skills teachers and language assistants found online. We actually found it in the Havea, the library. Citing sources according to APA guidelines, a concise guide. It is 37 pages long, and some of you might say, that's not concise. The thing is, though, there's a lot of information, and this is a very user-friendly guide. Interestingly, it was published by Tilburg University's Library and IT Services. So, okay, how does it work? Basically, you want to go to the table of contents where they walk you through, or they show you examples of how to formulate your in-text citations, ranging from, whether you have one or two authors, three, four, or five, six or more. Authors with the same surname. I got a question in my research writing class about that, in which a student was using research from two different Korean authors, both with the surname Kim. Okay, so how would you handle that? Well, page 4 explains it. Authors with the same surname. Page 4 explains it. Works with an anonymous author, an unknown publication year. Secondary sources. Many of you have been asking me about that. How do you cite a source within a source, in that inception kind of way? And they show you exactly how to do that here. Again, super handy. So I would recommend downloading this PDF and using this as your go-to when you're doing your APA. They also give you lots of clear instructions on short, long quotations, reproducing images in your text. And now what I found really handy is how to put together your reference list. So they actually give you all sorts of examples. I really like this. Let's put it to the test, okay? So, and many of you have asked me about this, like, what if I'm using a YouTube video or a TED Talk as one of my sources? Well, they actually show you how to cite that correctly. What if I'm using a PowerPoint presentation from one of my professors, one of my lecturers, teachers? Here's the info you need. Let's take a look. As I say, recently I had to write an academic paper myself, and I used about 10 different sources for that. Some of them were in Dutch, from the Vereniging van Scholen en in het voortgezet onderwijs. Here's another one in Dutch from the NOS. And I also used sources in English from the American Educational Research Journal and from a website called Teach Thought. So, okay, then I also used a book, as I explained to you, right, in my intro video. Now, how would I cite the book? Oh, books are easy. It's a print book. You know, I have it in hard copy. And for example, for your beroepsopdrachten, your methodology assignments, you're probably using books, print books, such as Lessen in Orde and Handboek voor de Leraren. So if the book was published in the US, and mine was McGraw-Hill Education, this is how my citation should look. If it was published outside of the US, for example, Lessen in Orde, that's Peter Teitler, right? Or Handboek voor Leraren, or Statsen. These are published in the Netherlands, as far as I know, so then you have what it should look like here. I think examples of what the source should look like are just really handy. Okay, so that's books. Cool. But now I'm interested in web content because, as we see, I used lots of websites. Okay, so let's start with this one. It's the VO-Rad. And now I'm thinking, okay, where's the author? It's not here. Is it down here maybe? No. Okay, so there is no author. How do I cite that? And what is this? Is this an online journal or... Oh, it's a website. And how do I know that? Well, I can go down here, you know, and look at the information about the website. And it's .nl. Yeah, this is a stichting, a vereniging. It's a website. Okay, cool. Now, how in the heck am I going to cite this? Well, let's see. Titles of blog posts, online forums, status updates, reports, standalone documents. I don't think that's what I want. Okay, here's something helpful. When the author is unknown, how should it look? Like this. So I would use the title of the article and then the publication date and then retrieved from and then the URL. Okay? Oh, well, that's not so hard. Cool. All right. The title of the article, in this case, what's the title? Onderwijsraad roept op tot taskforce leraartekorten. Okay, cool. Then I have the date of publication, 2018, just the year, according to their example. And then I just put retrieved from and then the URL, the web address. Okay, cool. 1 down, 3 to go. Let's take a look at the next one. This is, it's the NOS. So what? It's a news website. And the title of the article is Waarom het lerarentekort voorlopig nog niet voorbij is. Do I have yes, I do. Okay, I have 2 authors here. When was this published? The 30th of January, 2020? Okay, cool. Or, is that the publication date? Let's see if it's at the bottom, maybe. Well, I don't know if this is the publication date. I guess, yeah, okay. Now, let me look in the list. And I do know the author, right? So I guess I put the author's names. There are 2 of them. And then the year, and then the title of the document, and then the retrieved from, the HTTP and the URL. All right, well, that seems pretty easy. And I've got a nice example here. And since I have 2 authors, then I figure it will be Steenbeke, L, and I'm going to do it in English, right? And Compare, J. So yeah, just the surname and then the initial. So Steenbeke, L, punt, and the word and, what was it? Compare, comma, J, punt. And then the date of publication, then the title of the article, retrieved from. All right, totally doable. Cool. 2 down. 2 to go. All right, this one's in English. I do know the author. Nice, Catherine Taylor. I know that it was published in the year 1994. It's a journal, and here's the title. And I also have what's called a, sorry guys, a date of retrieval or date of information retrieval citation there. Cool. So how would I do this? Let's see. I do know the author, so that would be Taylor, C. Punt, right? And then what was the year? 1994 in brackets, Punt, then a full stop, right? And then the title of the document, Assessment for Measurement or Standards, the Peril and Promise of Large-Scale Assessment Reform, and then a full stop, and then retrieved from, and maybe I need to put the name of the journal, right? I probably do. Let's see if there are examples for that, because I do know the journal, the American Educational Research Journal. Let's see if they give us an example for that. Images. Well, yeah, I don't see an example for that, but okay. So the basic reference for web content would be the author, that's Taylor C. The date, that's 1994. The title, including form-specific information. So I guess what I would do is assessment for measurement or standard. I'd give the title in italics, and then I would put American Educational Research Journal in regular script, then a full stop, retrieved from HTTP, and then, this URL. Or wait, I actually have a DOI number here. What if it has a DOI? Let's see. Is that possible? I think they'll tell me about it, right? When the author date. Let's see. What if I just search, because I'm having trouble finding it. Let's just search in the PDF. DOI. Journal article with DOI. Oh, okay, cool. Journal article with DOI. The digital object identifier. So it would be Taylor, comma, Taylor, comma, C, full stop. And then 2000, what was it, 1994, okay. Then the title, what was it again? Assessment for Measurement, blah, 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 blah. And then the title of the journal, American Educational Research Journal in italics. And I do have a volume. Yeah, okay. So then this is like the edition, right? The volume, I could just write volume 31, comma, issue 2, and then the DOI number. So again, okay, this one was a little bit harder, right? But this concise APA guide really helps. All right, let's cut out the search here, and we'll do our last one together. Here we go. It's in English. A self-directed learning model for 21st century learners. We know the author is Hayek, comma, T. And we have a website, Teach Thought, We Grow Teachers. It was published in 2013. So I'm thinking it would look, I'm getting better at this now. I think it would look like, let's see, it's web, let's just say web, websites. It's not a website though, right? It's an article on a website. So let's go to web content. Why? Hold on, y'all. Because it's not an entire website. This is an article from a website. Now, I do know the author's name. Oh, I see. This is in text. Sorry, y'all. Web page, website, web contents. There we go. So I might bookmark this page, because this is a really useful one because I know I'm using this page a lot. So I would bookmark it. Okay, website. Blah, blah, titles of reports, standalone documents. Yeah, this is an article, so I would do the author's name, which is Hayek, comma, T, full stop, then in parentheses, 2013. So that was the original publication date. Then the document title is A Self-Directed Learning Model for 21st Century Learners in italics. And then I would put, what is it, the journal or the website. I guess I don't even need the website because I just say retrieved from, and then I use the URL. And then in my in-text citation, it will fall under hike, T. All right. I do hope this walkthrough helps, and I encourage you to use this guide. And thanks for watching.